morning, everybody. Aw, thank you, Judy and Jennifer. Sorry about yesterday. I'm still not feeling great, but I am here. Oh, I forgot about that, Judy. Bruce Schroeder is a retired American lawyer and jurist from Kenosha County, Wisconsin. He served 40 years as a Wisconsin Circuit Court judge in Kenosha County, 1983 to 2023. At the time of his retirement, he was the longest-serving state court judge in Wisconsin. He was previously district attorney in Kenosha County. He was also judge in the first trial of Mark Jensen in the Letter from the Grave Red Rome case. I watched the retrial. I don't think I saw. No, I didn't watch the first trial. Hey, Judy. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Marty. Hey, Wiggles. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started because we have a new trial today and see how. Well, we're going to get started if I can get it ready. What was I doing? I was being sick. I was sitting here wondering if I was going to make it today. Oh, where did it go? It's here somewhere. Hang on, guys. Oh, we're up to Kyle. Day 7? Are we on day 7 already? I guess we are, huh? So Kyle's going to testify. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Carla. Thank you. Well, it looks like they're going to bring somebody else in first. We might not get to Kyle today because we've got a new trial. Is there supposed to be sound? Guess not. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
May I see you for just 1 minute, Ms. Smith?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? They turned on the sound for him to say, "Can I see you at the bench?" What?
We'll begin with another witness, Mr. Richards.
Your Honor, Mr. Schrock is going to be handling this witness.
Okay.
Can you call Jacob Marshall?
I think he said bench. I'm not sure.
stand, please? Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you God?
I do.
You may be seated.
Oh, I think he said bench.
Sir, will you state your name and spell your last name?
My name is Jacob Marshall, JacobMarshall.
And Mr. Marshall, do you know Gage Grosskreutz?
I do.
Would you say that he's a friend of yours?
I would.
And has he been a roommate of yours in the past?
Yes.
Okay. And from what period of time to what period of time were you guys living as roommates?
I want to say maybe 3 months up prior to the incident of, I don't recall the exact night that happened, but probably like 3 months prior to that, he was living with me up until.
So if I said May of 2020, sound fair?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And after August 25th, 2020, did you visit your friend Gage Grosskreutz in the hospital?
Yes, I did.
And do you remember when you visited him?
Oh, this is the dude with the
I believe the
Facebook
following
page,
day after the incident happened that night, I went to see him the next.
I just realized who this is. This is the guy with the Facebook page. Remember? Oh, I don't remember what the comment was. Who remembers the comment? Because I forgot it already. He said, Gage Grossco, whatever his name is, said something and on that Jacob put on his Facebook page. And he denied it when he was asked on the stand that he said that. And this is a guy who put it on Facebook. I forgot what he said.
Day as soon as I could get a hold of his family and stuff. So, yeah.
And when you saw him, did you see him in Milwaukee?
Yes.
And you posed for a picture with him in the hospital in Milwaukee. Is that right? Objection.
Yeah, that's say.
We've heard that objection quite a bit during the trial, and the suggestiveness is the offensive part of a leading question. And somehow I don't feel, from what we've heard already, that he's going to lead this witness into an answer. So the objection's overruled.
Did you take a photograph with him at the hospital in Milwaukee?
Yes, we did.
Did you do you have did you at the time have a Facebook account?
At the time, yes.
And after you took that photograph with Mr. Grosskreutz, did you post that photograph on your Facebook account?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to show you what has been marked as exhibit number 70.
Well, Finger's right. He is leading.
Identification. Mr. Marshall, can you take a look at that? Is that a picture of you and Mr. Grosskreutz?
It is.
Okay, and that's a picture in the hospital that was taken?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to look to the right of the photograph. There's some, not that familiar with Facebook, but there's an entry that you made with your name and then some writing on it. Is that right?
It appears so, yes.
Okay.
It appears so. It appears so.
So this is the Facebook post we're talking about, and tell me if this is fair. It says, I just talked to Gage Grosskreutz, two. His only regret was not killing the kid and hesitating to pull the gun before emptying the entire mag into it. He said that to you, correct?
No,
He didn't say that to you?
he never said that to me.
You just posted something about your friend, your roommate, that was a lie?
I did. Given the circumstances and all the threats I've received on the internet, I've never been put in a position like that. Addresses of ours were posted. My mother was getting inboxed. My sister. It was insane with everything going on at the time. I made a bad remark. I was trying to stick up for my friend at the time who, he didn't know any of this was going on. He didn't see the post or anything.
You're not sticking up for him. You're saying what he said.
No.
Hold on. This post down here should have killed him right then and there. That's you saying that, right?
That is me saying that, yes.
Okay. This post right here is you equating something that Mr. Grosskreutz said to you.
I lied. He never said that. Those words have never came out of his mouth.
I'm going to object, Your Honor. This is asked and answered, argumentative, and leading.
Overruled.
So you never said that. You made it all up.
100% made it all up.
Nothing else. Thank you.
State.
Mr. Marshall, after you learned that your roommate had been shot that night, what did you do?
I actually went to Kenosha trying to figure out if he was alive. My sister was one that notified me. She was watching his live stream, and I had to figure out if my friend was alive. Even at the time, I had no answers.
Which one, Wiggles? Okay, so Friday, was it Friday? Yeah, the defense, or was it Thursday? So when Gage Gross, whatever his name is, when he was on the stand and he was cross-examined, he was asked about this Facebook post where supposedly he told his friends that his only regret was that he didn't kill the kid. And he said, no, I never said that. And this attorney thought that he was going to get this guy, because this is the guy that made the Facebook post. Gage was in the hospital. Grosskreutz. Okay, Grosskreutz. So Grosskreutz was in the hospital having surgeries and stuff on his arm. This guy came in, visited him, took a picture, then posted it on Facebook and said he told me his only regret was that he didn't kill the kid. So that lawyer, when Gage was on the stand, the defense attorney, when he cross-examined him, asked him if he said that. And he said, no, I never said that. So they subpoenaed this guy thinking he would come in and say that, yes, he did say that to me. That's why I wrote it on Facebook. But now he's saying, no, I lied. I made that up. So that's why that lawyer's pissed. The prosecution lawyer is pissed because that lawyer was leading, and you can't lead on direct. So they're both pissed, but for different reasons. And Binger actually shouldn't be pissed because this guy did exactly what Binger wanted him to do, was not to impeach the prosecution's witness. Because if he had said, oh yeah, he said that to me, then it would have made the prosecution's witness look like a liar, which is what the defense thought this was going to do. So yeah, they're both kind of pissed right now. And I think he said it, if you want to know the truth. Well, that's just my opinion. I shouldn't say truth, but my opinion is that, yeah, he said it.
I drove from Milwaukee to Kenosha to the first hospital. They were transferring him to a secondary hospital, which then he got flight lifted back to Milwaukee. So I basically drove down to Kenosha to drive back to see him in Freighter, but I wasn't able to see him until the following day, at least, I don't know, like 12 hours at least or plus after the incident happened. So
As you came down to Kenosha, you first went to KMH or Freighter South looking for him. Is that right?
yes, it is.
And you got there a few minutes after he'd been moved to another hospital in Kenosha. Is that right?
Yes, I don't know the exact second hospital. It's like St. Mary's or something along those lines, something like that.
And then when you went to that second hospital, you got there a few minutes after the helicopter had flown him all the way back up to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I actually was watching him get loaded into the Flight for Life. I kind of assumed it was him, and still I had no idea if he was going to make it. I didn't know the severity of things.
What is today?
And so then you drove back up to Milwaukee to Freighter there to try and see whether or not
Yes,
your
today's my birthday.
roommate was alive.
Well, yeah, that was a goal, but like I said, I wasn't able to get a hold of anyone. He was obviously anonymous at the hospital. I was just trying to get answers for his mom and his family to make sure, I wasn't sure if my friend was going to make it or not. So I was just,
Love you too.
following him around trying to figure it out. But
You were worried, you were scared.
I've never been in that position in my life. It was very traumatic watching, my roommate, best friend get shot. And like I said, I thought he was dead from the second of how everything played out. So I was very scared, very worried about everything.
On top of being worried about his safety, you were also experiencing people putting his name on the internet, correct?
Yes.
And then all sorts of people who supported the defendant were making threats against him and you, correct?
Yes, I actually believe one of the guys that was sending threats was with the defendant that night. His name is like Dustin Collette or something. He was sending pictures of guns to us. That was just a little things. Old addresses of ours got leaked out. I was in fear for my family and fear for my friends. Like it was pretty crazy.
So this post where you're talking about emptying a magazine, was that your way of kind of trying to deter everybody from coming after you by letting them know that you guys are armed and ready to defend yourselves?
That was 100% it. Gage has never said those words. I was trying to stick up for him more or less. Was looking back, obviously not a good choice of words to say. I put in my emotions of, what I wish would have happened. I guess you could say it that way that night, but those words never came out of my friend's mouth. When I seen him the next day at the hospital, I cried. I was like, I'm so glad you're alive. Kind of let him know like the severity of everything going on social media. It was pretty wild. So yeah.
And it's fair to say that even after that, in the year, 14 months since then, you and Gage have continued to experience harassment online, things like that.
The second I got subpoenaed out of court on Monday, instantly was already getting hundreds of messages, friend requests from people I have no idea. It still goes on to this day. Like it's insane.
Is your friend Gage the type of person who would take another life?
No, and that's clearly shows of.
The objection is sustained.
Gage is a medic,
He is a medic.
a paramedic, and an EMT.
Yes.
Fair to say he's dedicated his life to preserving and healing other people.
Yes, he cares about the wellness and safeties of others.
Nothing further.
Mr. Marshall, you took this post down, did you not?
After getting all the harassment and stuff and instantly seeing that comment screenshot and knowing people are going to try to twist that right away, yeah, I took it down immediately.
And you knew from this post, can you bring up the post again? You knew from the post, because the picture on the bottom shows Mr. Grosskreutz with a firearm, right? You see that?
I do.
Okay. So you, out of anger or frustration, you knew that if you said that if his only regret was not killing the kid, you knew that would hurt him, right?
I did not at the time. Like I said, I was trying to stick up for my friend. It was a very hectic thing. I've never dealt with that situation like that. It was bad judgment.
So your method of sticking up for your friend who you know is possessing a firearm is to lie about something he said.
And like I said, bad.
I don't have anything else.
I was gonna say, like I said, it was going to be bad. It was a bad judgment, bad call on my part of even wording something like that. And it was out of pure anger. That's really all I have.
Judge, I move 7D. I have no other questions.
Any objection?
I have no objection to the exhibit, and I have no further questions.
You may step down, sir. Receive.
Your Honor, we would recall Anmol Kindry.
Yeah, don't recall Sam. He's just gonna lie.
You're still under oath, sir. No. Okay.
That guy was Gage Grosskreuz's friend.
You want me to wait, Judge? Is that what you-
No, I'm waiting for some information. Right.
Do you want me to go or want me to wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, sir.
And the judge has told you that you are still under oath. You
Yes.
understand that?
Yes.
And you, do you recall testifying? The state had called you as a witness back on November 5th regarding this case.
I don't know the date, but yes.
Okay. And do you remember that I was asking you some questions regarding the vehicles, the number of vehicles that had been damaged, the amount of loss that your business had suffered,
Mhm.
and information regarding insurance, things of that nature?
True. Yes.
And do you recall part of, and I've got a transcript, so I'll be happy to show you
Sure.
if you have questions about what you had said. Do you remember me asking you about I asked this question, can you give me a ballpark, meaning the amount of loss that your business suffered? And you had said that you couldn't remember. I asked you more than 100,000. You said yes.
Mhm.
I said more than 250,000. And you said, I do not know, sir. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember saying, being asked this question, and you don't know what the loss from those fires were? Your answer was, I personally never calculated it. My dad does the money part.
Yes. Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
That you still you didn't know at the time what the loss was?
Well, when we arrived on Monday, seeing all the destruction, all the cars, looking at the property, because a lot of oil has lost. I had gone into the asphalt, the soil replacement, and all that. So, I mean, we were in shock.
My question to you is, as you sit here today, are you still under oath stating that you don't know and didn't know what the loss was?
Sorry, I cannot remember.
You can't remember if that's your statement today?
Could you repeat the question, please?
On November 5th, you agree that you testified under oath. You did not know what the loss was from your business.
Well, I think you need to restructure that question. Restructure the question. Where's Sister Marcian's point of this word order is not acceptable.
Okay.
Okay.
You recall testifying last week.
Yes.
And do you recall when you testified last week,
Mhm.
you were asked if you were aware of the total amount of loss to your properties? You remember that?
Yes.
And do you remember you testified under oath that you didn't personally know what the loss was, that you never calculated it?
I personally didn't.
And is that your testimony today?
At the time, I didn't know what the exact loss was.
No, that's not the question. Answer the question he asked, please.
Sorry, please repeat the question.
Is that your answer today, that you don't know what the loss was?
I do have approximation what the loss was.
And did you learn that from the last time you were in court till today?
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
It was approximately $400,000.
Okay. I'm going to show you. You provided an interview the day after this happened. Is that right? And I'll show you. Tell me if you're on the screen.
Guys, remember, there's just all these cars were exploding.
Turn the volume off until we get. What?
It's double volume. So
Oh my God.
Please let her go. Go ahead. Now, those are cars at your lot, right?
At that time, yes.
Is that your brother?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Hold on.
your business,
Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. You play it?
and so obviously this is affecting you pretty hard. Yeah.
Is it intended to hear this?
Yes.
Well, I can't.
Okay.
Now, I got my sinus earplug, but can other people hear it? No, okay. I wouldn't think that would control this. I think it's going to be earlier in the system.
It is all the way up. At least on my end, we can see if the TVs will turn on.
Because it should be coming, yeah.
They couldn't hear it, so if it didn't stand right there.
I can't play it at the same time.
I apologize.
They're shaking their heads.
I don't know how to
I
make it.
can't hear.
I can't hear you.
I would think because it is, I thought, connected into the system here.
I don't have control. It's all the way up on my computer. That's all.
Okay. Have you got ours all the way up? Is there any place where it's coming in clearly? Are you getting it clearly?
Can you hear our host if we turn that TV on, the volume on that TV? If we turn the mics off, that might work.
Is anyone getting it clearly?
Yeah, let's talk. So this is your business, and this obviously is affecting you pretty hard.
We built this place up from ground up.
Yeah.
When we started this business back in 2018, we had about 5 to 7 cars. 7 cars. I counted. The first day we had only 7 cars. 7 cars.
Yeah. Do you feel like right now with this that you're still
Dude, he's lying
Kenosha and rebuild?
constantly when he's on the stand.
If there's no government funding or if there's no help from anybody,
Because
there's nothing I can do. I mean, you know.
you just said to him, if there's no government funding for this, there's nothing we're going to be able to do, right?
I must have. I don't remember saying that.
You're not disputing you said it.
I must have.
Okay, go ahead.
Run a business, it takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of people, it takes a lot of effort.
We have to
To
build the
actually-
capital first.
to
before.
reinvest it.
We would have been at least so happy that, okay, we lost only 5 cars. 10, 15, okay, max 20, okay,
But the whole
25.
How many cars are lost total? You know,
In total?
Yeah.
In all 3 locations,
137.
137.
137 cars. Yep. I heard that there was at least $1.5 million worth of damage.
That was the
Just
first.
2.5 in total.
Just
Wow.
2.5 million in
Oh,
total.
liar.
That's what you said to him the day after, right?
I must have.
Well, you heard it, right?
Yes.
So when you said 400,000 today, is that a lie?
It's not a lie. It's what it is when we, like I said, when we saw that from in our eyes, we were in shock.
Okay.
To be able to how to come back from it. We were
That doesn't
taking
answer
everything
the
into consideration
question.
in terms of all the oil, the gas has gone into the asphalt, the DOR. So we're basically putting everything in the consideration to get back on track. That's.
Understand that. But I want you to answer my question.
Go ahead.
My question was, when you testified today under oath that your loss was 400,000, you'd agree that's not what you said on the tape, right?
That is correct.
So what you testified today under oath, that's a lie, right?
It was a mistake
Today,
last time, but in the video.
the 2.5 million is the mistake.
Yes, because we were in shock.
So where'd you come up with that number?
Like I just explained to you, over the property loss, the building, the roof, the glass. We didn't know. We looking at the condition of the lot. I mean, you can clearly see it. The asphalt, the soil contamination. There's DOR involved, so that stuff is not cheap. So we were just approximating it that's probably how much it's gonna be for us to be back on track.
What he asked you that he said that he heard it was $1 million or $1.5 million, right? And then you corrected him and said, no, it's 2.5.
Well, that's what I said, because of the DOR and we knew we had to go through the permits again and stuff like that. So I didn't have, it was just the number that was out there with me being in shock of the damages that has occurred to my dad's business.
You knew the specific number of cars, right?
I didn't remember on last week, but now now it says there.
And it's 137.
I cannot remember what it was in total.
That's what you just said on the video.
I don't have anything else. Thank you. Oh, I would, Judge, I'm sorry. That was marked as 136 exhibit, and I would move that.
Objection?
Okay.
No.
Proceed.
Okay.
Cross.
All right. Bye.
Mr. Kindry, the video that we just saw, do you remember what day that was?
I honestly do not.
Do you remember what day all of those cars burned?
This video, it seems like that was early Monday morning. People said Sunday night the lot burned, but when we came to find out, it was Monday early morning in between 12:30 2 o'clock.
I just want to make sure we're clear about what we're talking about, Mr. Kindry. We looked at this map when you testified on Friday, and the video we just saw is at this location, the car source on the northeast corner of 59th and Sheridan, correct?
That is correct.
And that is the lot that burned around 2 a.m. on Monday morning.
That is correct.
All of that damage had been done a couple days before the shootings where Mr. Rittenhouse killed people on the night of Tuesday, August 25th.
That is correct.
And
I agree with you, Judy. But he needs to say that. He needs to tell, he's trying to tell them, but he's not using the right words. Just, oh, we were in shock. He needs to say that was just an estimate. He's not saying that. He's saying, and I get there's probably a little bit of a language barrier, although his English is pretty good. But he keeps saying, oh, well, because of this and because of that and because of this and because of that. And we were in shock. And he needs to just say we were estimating the damages. And he's not saying that.
your interview there that we just watched is what, maybe 6 or 8 hours after the cars had all burned?
Honestly, I don't remember what the time or the date was.
When that property burned, it wasn't just the cars, it was the building too.
Exactly, yes.
There was records, computers,
yes,
business files inside that building,
yes,
that were destroyed or damaged.
Yes.
Did that make it hard for you as or your family to figure out all of your business inventory, the property value, things like that?
Very hard, yes.
Is it fair to say that 6 or 8 hours after the incident, you didn't have a clear picture of the full value of your cars.
That is correct.
I have nothing further.
You didn't have a clear picture on November 5th either, did you? Of this year?
I did not.
Nothing else. Nothing further.
Let me step down.
That's called Kyle Rittenhouse.
We need to do something, take about 5 minutes. Can you step out just into the library here for a sec? Anybody who wants to go upstairs may do so, but this will be less than 5 minutes, I'm expecting.
Want me to swear him in, right?
Yeah. Well, wait till the jury's here.
I guess.
Your lawyer has called you to testify as a witness in this case, and I just want to advise you what your rights are. You are allowed to testify if you wish under the Constitution, and no one can keep you from testifying, even your own lawyer, if that's what you want to do. If you do decide to testify, then the district attorney will be allowed to cross-examine you about anything that is relevant to this case. And that, are there any claimed prior untruthful statements? 90608.
What we've had testimony regarding the things he said about not shooting anyone.
No. I'm talking about prior instance of dishonesty under 90608. Okay. So that's not an issue. The district attorney will also be allowed to ask you if you've got any criminal history or juvenile adjudications. Are there any of that?
Not aware of it.
Okay. And you could be asked about any other crimes, wrongs, or prior events that I think I've ruled on everything that's been presented to me.
You have left the door open on some things, Your Honor.
Yeah, and I've been thinking about it, and nothing, I've not heard anything in the case that would suggest to me that I would change any of those rulings. So unless there's something else on that, I don't need to cover that in terms of a possible inquiry. He will be able to ask you anything which is relevant to this case, germane, pertinent to this case, and you will have to answer those questions, even though it may ensnare you in some other criminal prosecution. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question about that at all?
No, Your Honor.
You also have a right not to testify if you don't wish to do so. And if you decide that you do not wish to testify, then no comment can be made on your silence by the district attorney. And I will not comment on your silence unless I am asked by your attorney to do so. And the only comment that I would make on it, if I were asked to do so, would be to instruct the jury that the defendant in a criminal case has the absolute constitutional right not to testify, and that your silence must not be considered by the jury in any manner in deliberation or in reaching their verdict. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that'll be a choice that I would ask Mr. Sharofsky or Mr. Richards at a later point as to what you wanted to do if you decided not to testify. But that won't be an issue if you decide that you do want to testify, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question about this at all?
No, Your Honor.
Have you had enough time to discuss this matter with your lawyers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had enough time to think about what you're doing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you think what you're doing is the best thing under all the circumstances?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you or pressured you or forced you in any way with respect to this decision?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything in exchange for this?
No, Your Honor.
Is your mind clear today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you feeling all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had anything alcoholic to drink today?
No, Your Honor.
Have you had any drugs or controlled substances of any kind within the last 24 hours?
No, Your Honor.
Any reason I should not accept his waiver?
No, Your Honor, this is consistent with advice of counsel.
Okay. Any
I'm not
questions?
aware of any reason.
Okay, all right then. Anything else?
May I just have a moment to run back to my office real quick? I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sure.
Thank you.
So no, colloquy was not forgotten. It was just after he was on the stand already. Who was that? Oh, that's his mom. Okay. What are you waiting for? The jury or... I'm dying. Okay. Don't even. I don't feel good today, and it's my birthday. Don't start. Don't start. Don't start. What did I say?
Yours to come back in, please. Hey.
What was that? I don't know. He just said, hey, and that was it.
Maybe seated. Swear to the witness, please.
Can I ask you to stand, please, and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may be seated.
Could you please state your name, spelling your last name for the record?
Kyle Rittenhouse, Rittenhouse.
Kyle, where do you reside?
Walworth County,
How old are you?
18.
On August 25th of 2020, did you come to downtown Kenosha to look for trouble?
No.
Would you have shot Joseph Rosenbaum if he hadn't chased you trying to take your firearm?
Objection, leading.
It sounds kind of leading.
Would you, I'll get to it.
Huh.
Are you a high school graduate?
Yes.
What high school?
Penn Foster Online High School.
Are you currently enrolled in any further studies?
I'm a college student studying nursing at Arizona State University.
Who do you currently live with?
My mom and 2 sisters.
Directing your attention to August 25th of 2020, where did you reside?
Antioch, Illinois.
Do you remember the address?
286 Anita Terrace, apartment 104, Antioch, Illinois.
And who did you live with there?
My mother and 2 sisters.
What's your father's name?
Michael Rittenhouse.
Back on August 25th of 2020, where did he reside?
He lived in Kenosha, in the city of Kenosha, in the apartments behind the Pick and Save on 50th. On 50.
Do you have any other family that's from Kenosha?
Yes.
What?
My grandmother, my aunt, my uncle, and cousins all live in the city of Kenosha.
Okay. There's been testimony in this trial about the firearm in question, which has been marked states 28. You've seen that gun?
Yes.
Before August 25th of 2020, had that gun ever left the state of Wisconsin?
No.
Now, before this event happened on August 25th of 2020, did you have any hobbies?
Yes.
Tell the jury what you like to do.
I was a swimmer. I enjoyed working. I was a lifeguard, hanging out with friends, going to the beach, just normal teenage stuff.
Were you a member of any groups, organized groups?
Yes.
What?
I was a police explorer for Grays Lake Police Department, and I was a firefighter EMT cadet for Antioch Fire Department.
Did you have any training in life-saving, anything like that?
Yes.
What?
I was a certified lifeguard. I am a certified lifeguard and swim instructor. I am certified in Stop the Bleed, CPR, AED, automatic external defibrillator, and basic life support.
Okay. On August 25th of 2020, where were you employed?
I was furloughed at the YMCA in Lindenhurst, Illinois, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and I was working at the Recplex in Pleasant Prairie.
Okay. Recplex here in Kenosha County?
Yes.
Now, on the night of the 24th, did you come to downtown Kenosha?
Not downtown, but I came to Kenosha for work.
Okay. And after your shift at work completed, where did you go?
I went to Dominic Black's stepfather's house. I believe his name is Scott Dickhart. It's been a while since I've seen him.
Okay. And who is Dominic Black in relationship to you?
Him and Dominic Black and my sister Mackenzie Rittenhouse used to date.
Okay. And on the night of the 24th, were you aware of anything going on in Kenosha?
I knew there was protests, demonstrations, and riots going on in the later evening.
Okay. And how were you aware of that?
I saw videos on social media, on Facebook live streams, TikTok of. I saw the Car Source lot being burned down. The Car Source 1, what we've been referring to. I saw a police officer get assaulted. He had a brick thrown at his head. And I saw the mattress store owner get knocked out, and I believe his jaw was broken and had to be wired shut or something.
And you saw all of that on the 24th?
Yes.
Did you go to downtown Kenosha at that time and try and do anything about that?
No, I did not.
Directing your attention to the late morning of August 25th, 2020, did you have occasion to go downtown?
Did go to downtown in the morning of August.
Go there with?
I went there with Dominic Black, my sister Mackenzie Rittenhouse, and Ray Dickhart.
And describe what you did.
We walked around for a little bit, and then I believe at around 11:30 noon, we ended up at Ruther Central High School, where we ended up cleaning graffiti for about, I want to say, an hour and a half to 2 hours.
previously marked as Exhibit 131. Do you recognize that?
I do.
Could you describe what you see in that photo?
Towards the left in the olive green shirt, that's me. And then to my left, that's Ray Dickard. And to my right, that's my sister, Mackenzie Rittenhouse. And
What are you doing there?
we're cleaning graffiti off of Ruther Central High School.
And were you getting paid to do this?
No, I was not.
And you see what the graffiti says?
Yes.
And you do what it said as you were cleaning it off?
Yes.
I won't repeat it. After you were done doing that, what did you do?
We went to the car source lot, the first location, and we were looking at the destruction of the burnt cars, and we saw the owner, Sam and Sal, I believe that's what they told us their names were.
And you saw, when we say car source, the one that you met Sam and Sal at is what we've been referring to as car source number 1?
Yes.
And that's the one that they just played a video of all the burnt out cars?
Yes.
Did you have any discussions with Sam and Sal?
Briefly, I offered my condolences and I said, if there's anything I can do, please reach out to me. He gave me his number. I gave him my number. And
you were with Dominic Black at that time?
I was.
And your sister?
Yes.
And what did you do after that?
After that, we walked back to, I believe, we parked their car by, you see the parking lot?
Do you have the pointer up there?
Yes. We parked our car right out in that corner, somewhere over there.
I can't see that far, I'm sorry. You're referring to the parking lot, which is at the corner, 5th and Sheridan, east corner.
Correct.
And you had 8th Street, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you can put the pointer down. And whose car did you get there in?
Dominic Black. Parking lot. We went to Black's stepfather's house again, and we hung out there for a little bit.
Okay. And
Of course he has.
And did you have that
Evening around 3:34, Nick Smith called me and Dominic.
And when he called you, what was the nature of the call?
At first, Nick Smith wanted us to drive him to Chicago by O'Hare Airport, the suburbs of Chicago, because he wanted to buy a bulletproof vest. And Dominic said, okay, we'll drive him. And then he said, okay, I need you to pick me up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay. Did you go and pick him up eventually?
Yes. We actually, before we picked him up, we went to Jelensky's.
Okay. What did you do at Jelensky's?
We bought, Dominic wanted me to buy 2 rifle slings.
And did you?
I did.
One was for what?
One was for my rifle, and the other one was for Dominic's rifle.
Okay. And why did you care about your rifles that evening?
The reason for the slings were just so it's like a retainer. So if I'm helping somebody with first aid, I can just like dangle my rifle behind me, and I don't have to worry about somebody just randomly going and picking it up off the ground, just as like an extra measure, so it won't be taken from the ground.
And what time did you go to Jelensky's?
I want to say about 2:30, but I don't know exactly for sure.
Okay. When did you first have contact with Nick Smith?
3:30, 3:15.
Okay.
3:15, 3:30.
And was there any discussion regarding car source at that time?
Yes.
What?
Nick Smith, once we picked him up, he wanted to go to a bank to withdraw money. The bank was closed. And then he was like, hey, would you guys like to come with me and help watch over the car source, make sure there's no fires or anything? And Dominic said, yes, I agreed. I said, okay. And then I said, here, Nick, I don't really need my bulletproof vest. I'm going to be helping people with first aid. So I gave him my bulletproof vest.
And by you giving him your bulletproof vest, did that stop the need to go to someplace by O'Hare Airport?
Yes.
And why does a 17-year-old kid have a bulletproof vest?
It was issued to me by the Grays Lake Police Department.
You didn't purchase it?
No, I did not.
And after you gave him your bulletproof vest, where did you go?
We went back to Nick Smith's house where we parked Dominic Black's car.
And then what did you do?
We walked from Mr. Smith's house. Once we parked at Nick Smith's house, we walked from Nick Smith's house to the Car Source 1, cutting through the Ruther Central backside parking lot because Nick Smith lives on the same street of.
You don't have to say where Nick Smith
Okay.
lives. He lives within walking distance from here?
Yes.
Okay. And so you go to Car Source 1?
Yes.
And that's the burnt out one?
No, Car Source 2, my bad, across the street.
Okay. And at Car Source 2, that's where you spent most of the evening?
Yes.
Okay. When you first got to Car Source 2, the one at 59th and Sheridan, what happened?
The owners were there, Sam, Sal, and his father, and I believe, I think it was his uncle there also. He was driving a van of some sort.
Okay. And what was the discussion?
Sam and Sal thanked us for coming out to help. And then Sal said, hey, why don't you guys hop in my car? If I remember correctly, it was either a white or black BMW or Mercedes. I don't recall exactly.
And why did he want you to get in his car?
He was going to drive us down to Car Source lot number 3.
Okay. And did you agree to get in his car?
I did.
And who went to Car Source number 3?
Me, Dominic Black, and Nick Smith.
And who was driving?
Sal.
And when you got there, what happened?
We got out and we hung around for a couple minutes, and then some people showed up. I now know who they are, but at the time I didn't.
Show you what's been marked as Exhibit 3030. Do you recognize that exhibit?
I do.
And can you, Your Honor, can you go up there, please, and point out, can you point out the people who you knew before that picture was taken and name them?
Yes. This is Sal, the owner. This is Ryan Balch. This is Joanne Fiedler. This is Justin Hamilton. This is Dustin Colette. This is Nicholas Smith. I don't recall his name. This is me, and this is Dominic Black.
Okay. We've heard testimony. You can have a seat. We've heard testimony about you, Nick, and Dominic. You knew those individuals before August 25th of 2020?
I knew Nicholas Smith and Dominic Black.
Okay. You did not know the owner of Car Source previously?
I did not.
Was he being nice to you guys? Was he happy you were there? Was he mad at you for being there? Describe it.
He was happy we were there.
Okay. And you heard their testimony, the two owners. I believe that was Friday afternoon.
I did.
And did they give you permission to be there?
They did.
And the other individuals in this photograph, some of whom have testified in this trial, 10 minutes before this photograph was taken, did you know any of them?
I did not.
Had you ever spoken to any of them?
No.
And when you were there, what was the idea? Was there a plan? What was going to happen?
Yes, the plan was I went down there to provide first aid. I brought my orange first aid kit, the fanny pack, and I also brought my Pelican box, which was filled with first aid stuff.
That's Kyle Rittenhouse.
to provide first aid.
The orange box by your feet you refer to as a Pelican box?
Yes.
Did you have that before the 25th?
Yes.
Was it stocked
Yes.
with things that you had bought and brought?
Yes.
And do you go with that every day, or is that because of the situation?
It was in the trunk of my car.
Okay. And the fanny pack, what's the situation with that?
It was my work bag. I brought it to work with me, and I would put it under my lifeguard booth.
Okay. And that had first aid supplies?
Yes.
Now, after the meeting here at 63rd and Sheridan Road, what's been referred to as Car Source 3, what happened?
After the photograph, I believe, I don't recall exactly, but there was about 2 or 3 vans that pulled up, like big vans with people inside of them.
Okay. And what was their role in this evening?
Well, they showed up and they wanted to protect the business, and I didn't really have a say in what everybody was doing. I was just there doing my first aid stuff. And then Ryan Ball said, hey, why don't you guys stay here? And we'll go down to the car source number 2.
Okay. And so the people, a group of people was going to stay at car source 3, and the people depicted in this photograph were going to go where?
Car source 2.
And is that what happened?
Yes.
And so at that point, then Sam and Sal had coverage, for lack of a better word, at both of their businesses to protect the property, correct?
Yes.
So you get down to car source 2. Did all of these people go there?
Yes. Besides Sal, the owner, he did not.
Okay. During the night, was Sam and Sal there?
They were not.
They left you guys there?
Yes. I believe Nick Smith was in contact with them throughout the night. I'm not certain, but I believe they were.
And you get down there, were you able to get in and out of the business?
Yes.
How?
Sal, the owner, actually gave Nick Smith a set of keys.
Did you personally see that?
I did.
Did he give you any other direction regarding any equipment or anything like that?
He let us know where, like, the power washers and the fire. I think there was a single fire extinguisher in the building and some hoses, the hose hookups, just in case there was any fires we needed to put out at the lot.
Anything else about the roof?
He showed I believe it was Dominic Black and Nick Smith, the 2 ladders that were there to get up on the roof.
Okay. And did you guys use those ladders?
I didn't personally, but the people that were on the roof did.
Okay. And you saw them use those ladders?
I didn't see them, but that's how they got up there.
Okay. Where were you predominantly at car source 2?
I was in front of the car source 2.
Now, during the night at car source 2, did you stay there the whole time?
No. Time.
When you would leave car source 2,
with mulch, and we would go ask if anybody needed any first aid assistance, and we would see if there were any fires, and we.
Okay. Did you personally put out any fires?
I did.
Where?
I put one out at the church.
Can you use the pointer?
So right here was where there was the demolishing. They were breaking some stuff down. But right here, I believe there was another building with an alleyway. It was either right here or right here. I don't remember fully. But there was a fire down the alleyway where they were trying to set the building and church on fire, and me and Mr. Balch, and I believe somebody else was with us. We went to go put that fire out.
Did you put it out?
We did.
Then what did you do?
Around that time, we saw Ruther Central High School on fire, the front doors, and we were walking north down Sheridan Road to go put the fire out. And then somebody else put the fire out before we got to Ruther Central High School.
When you say the front, is that right here on Civic Park?
No, sorry, that's my mistake. You're walking north on Sheridan. It's the side of the building on Sheridan Road towards the left when you're walking north.
In the general area where you had tried to help remove graffiti earlier?
Yes, in that photo to the right.
Okay. And during the evening, was there any friction between your group and protesters slash rioters?
No. The only type of stuff that happened was the person that attacked me first threatened to kill me twice.
Okay. And the person.
Okay, you guys, people are leaving. I'm going to the new trial at 10. So don't leave to go to the new trial. I got it, y'all. I got it. We're doing it at 10.
Who threatened to kill you, we now know was Mr. Rosenbaum, correct?
Yes.
Before August 25th of 2020, had you ever seen him before?
I did not.
Had you ever done anything to upset him?
No.
Now, you said he threatened to kill you twice.
We'll find out at 10, Nancy.
Describe the first time.
The first time was me and Ryan Balch were a little bit north, towards the north corner of 59th and Sheridan, and Mr. Rosenbaum was walking with a steel chain, and he had a blue mask around his face, and he was just mad about something. Me and Mr. Balch were asking people if they needed medical help, and then he screamed, sorry for my language, he screamed, "If I catch any of you fuckers alone, I'm going to fucking kill you."
And that was directed at you and Mr. Balch?
It was directed at both of us, what I believe.
And there was a second occasion where he threatened you?
Yes. The second time was outside of the car source. And I don't know if it was directed towards me, but I heard it. He said to, I believe it was Joanne Fiedler, Dustin, Colette, and another guy. He was screaming. He said, "I'm going to cut your fucking hearts out and kill." I'm not going to repeat the second word, but kill you, N-words.
Now, did you ever see Mr. Rosenbaum doing any physical property damage?
I did.
Where?
I saw him with, I now know to be Joshua Zeminski. I saw him tip that trailer over and the porta potty. I saw him do both. And I believe he tried to start the porta potty on fire. I don't know. I don't think he succeeded. But then I saw him with Mr. Zeminski. He was either helping start it or he was like throwing stuff on it. I don't know which one he was doing.
Where did you originally see that trailer?
That trailer was in the St. James Church parking lot. Sort of like right over here in like the backish corner, what I remember.
And did you see how it got from there to where it was put on fire?
It was pulled.
By who?
It was several people that pulled it into the street, and I can't tell you definitely who pulled it into the street.
And you went down there and saw them starting a fire?
I didn't go down there. I was at the corner of the car source lot.
Okay. And you referred to Mr. Zeminski. Before August 25th of 2020, had you ever met Mr. Zeminski?
I have not.
Did you ever meet him since?
I have not.
Now, when you first saw Mr. Rosenbaum, was his top half of his body clothed or unclothed?
He was clothed with a blue mask the first time I saw him. Blue mask.
And what color was his shirt, if you remember?
A dark red-ish color.
Now, did you provide medical help to anyone?
I did.
Describe a couple of those occasions.
The first time I provided medical help to someone was this lady. I think she sprained her ankle or twisted. I don't know exactly. I'm not an expert on x-rays, or I wouldn't know. She hurt her ankle and she was being carried by two gentlemen.
That was an odd Kyle.
I said, hey, before that I was just, but I was like, hey, do you need help? And she said yes, and I said, okay, let's go into the car source where I was. and I wrapped her ankle, and then she went on her way. And I let her know there was a hospital. If I want to say southbound Sheridan, across the street from Car Source 3, hospital was over there, and she should go get it.
Anybody else?
Yes.
What?
Somebody threw a chemical bomb. Actually, right after I heard, "I'm gonna cut your hearts out" from Mr. Rosenbaum. I don't know who threw it, but somebody threw a chemical bomb, and Ryan Balch had some effects of it. So I helped Mr. Balch with being able to breathe, and I helped flush his eyes out and had him drink some water.
Okay. You in the answer to the question just before, you said something about being pepper sprayed.
I did.
And where did that happen?
That happened at the Car Source. I believe it's the first time a big crowd of people were over there. I was pepper sprayed by somebody that was in the crowd. I don't know why, but I was pepper sprayed.
Did you do anything in retaliation?
I did not.
Now, directing your attention to later in the evening, did there come an occasion where you had contact with Mr. McGinnis?
There was.
And before this evening, August 25th, 2020, did you ever met or spoke to Mr. McGinnis?
I have not.
And you and Mr. McGinnis and Mr. Balch go someplace?
Yes.
And describe that.
I get done with my interview with Mr. McGinnis, and I ask Mr. McGinnis, no, I don't ask him. I said, if you want to come with us, that's fine, to document and film me and Ryan helping people. And he said, yeah, sure. And he followed behind us.
And in that tape from Mr. McGinnis, there's talk about you being an EMT, correct?
Yes.
Are you an EMT?
I am not.
You have first aid and other training.
I do.
And you go to south on Sheridan Road?
Correct.
You cross 60th and Sheridan Road?
I believe we stay just to the right going south on Sheridan Road.
And eventually you cross Sheridan Road?
Eventually.
And were the Bearcats there yet?
No. Yes, they were.
Okay. Had they set up a line to stop people that you were aware of?
Not that I was aware of. I just know they were parked right there and people were throwing rocks at them.
Did anybody tell you not to cross that line? You wouldn't be able to go back?
Not until later in the evening.
Okay. You cross that line, where do you go?
We continue straight in the southerly direction down Sheridan Road.
Okay. Were you going any place in particular?
No, we were just going to see if anybody needed medical help. And I looked at a guy's shoulder on the way there.
Okay. And you finished with the guy's shoulder and you continue on, and what happens?
I continue walking in a southerly direction down Sheridan Road, and then as I'm walking, I believe you guys have been referring to him as Yellow Pants. He said he said something to me. I believe it was, you were the one that pointed your rifle at me with the laser pointed at me. I believe that's what I heard. And I didn't. That's the first time I saw him that night. So I was confused. So I said I did. And then I continued to walk away.
And was the did an admission that you did it, or more of a statement with a question?
It was a sarcastic remark.
Okay. Did you engage with him any further?
No.
And from there, where do you go?
There I continue walking in a southerly direction, merging towards the middle of Sheridan Road.
Okay. At that point, do you become aware of anything?
In about as I'm walking, I start to look because I realize Mr. Balch is not with me anymore.
Okay. Did you continue on your way down Sheridan Road without Mr. Balch?
No, I actually went to go look for Mr. Balch in the Ultimate gas station parking lot.
Okay. When you went to the Ultimate gas station parking lot, describe what was going on there.
There were a lot of people there. I don't really know what was going on. I was just focused on trying to find Mr. Balch. As I was looking for him, couldn't find him. I said, okay, no problem. I'll just go back to the car source.
Video alarm detected.
Dominic
Come on,
Black.
Court TV, get it together.
Let me back up. Were you able to get back to car source number 2?
No, I did not.
Describe that.
As I was trying to get back, the police stopped me. Well, didn't stop me. They told me, I believe they said lines of to not go down there. And I was telling them, hey, I need to go down there. That's where I'm at, that business. I exactly how that conversation went, but they wouldn't let me go back to car source lot number 2.
So you weren't able to car source 2?
I was not.
Did you disobey the police's order?
No.
And you're alone, you're stuck on the other side of the police line from the car source 2. Where do you go?
I go to where there's other people at the gas station protecting the gas station, and I go there because I believe that's the safest place to go because there's other people there. And
at that point, were you able to find Mr. Balch?
I was not.
Well, you're at the ultimate gas station, I think we've been calling it?
Correct.
Point it out, just there's no...
Right there, the ultimate convenience center, diagonal from the Gulf gas station.
Okay. And when you were there, what's the next significant thing that happened?
Dominic Black calls me and he says, Kyle, I need you to get down to the car source lot number 3. The cars are being bashed in. They're setting all the cars on fire. I need you to go and put the fires out.
Okay. And did you do anything as a result of that phone call?
I did.
What?
At the ultimate gas station, I asked, I don't know who he is, but I asked an individual if he could come with me and if I could have a fire extinguisher to put out the fires.
Were both of those requests satisfied?
One of them were.
What?
I was given a fire extinguisher, but he said he can't come with me, and he said he believes there's already people down there helping protect the business.
Okay. And what did you do then?
I start running towards the car source lot number 3 to put out the fires, pausing occasionally to catch my breath and walk.
Okay. On the way to car source 3, did you have any interaction with Mr. Rosenbaum?
I did not.
Did you speak to Mr. Rosenbaum?
No.
Did you notice Mr. Rosenbaum doing anything as you went down to car source 3?
I didn't notice Mr. Rosenbaum until he came out from behind the car and ambushed me.
Okay, I'll get to that. Did you run the whole way?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You had your gun, correct?
Yes.
And you had a fire extinguisher?
Yes.
And you had your medic?
My medical bag, yes.
And were you asking people about medic at that point?
I was asking people if they needed medical help as I was getting down there.
Did you receive any responses?
No, I didn't.
Describe your approach to car source number 3.
As I'm walking down Sheridan Road, I hear somebody scream, "Burn in hell," and I replied with friendly, to let them know, hey, I'm just here to help. I don't want any problems. I just want to put out the fires if there are any. I continue walking, and then I noticed the Duramax. I noticed in the back seat of the Duramax, and I stepped towards the Duramax, and as I'm stepping forward, I believe his name is now Joshua Zeminski. He steps towards me with a pistol, and as I'm walking towards to put out the fire, I drop the shirt and I take a step back.
Okay. When you step back from Mr. Zeminski, what's your plan?
My plan is to get out of that and go back north down Sheridan Road to where the car source lot number 2 was.
And did you get back? Were you able to go in a northerly direction?
I wasn't.
Describe what happens.
Once I take that step back, I look over my shoulder and Mr. Rosenbaum was now running from my right side. And I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski. And there were three people right there.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
That's what
Okay, I just want to say one thing. I meant to say this when we started today. I watched a video that Nate the lawyer did on the ICE shooting. I don't want to get into that, but something he said made me think of this trial. The way the laws are set up, you can't think woulda, shoulda, coulda. You can't. So, like, we can say he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have had the gun. But legally, you can't say that, according to Nate the lawyer. And he's been a cop and a lawyer. I mean, a cop and a prosecutor. And now he's civil, I guess. So you can't say that. The facts are he was there and he had the gun. Did he instigate what happened, or did he use the gun in self-defense? So you can't say that. And they dismissed the gun charges, the illegal firearm charges. So that doesn't factor in to the charge of first-degree intentional murder, which it was not. It was self-defense. So you're not allowed to say, but he shouldn't have been there and he shouldn't have had the gun, which is true. But in finding the facts of this case, was it first-degree intentional murder? No, it wasn't. So I meant to say that before we started, but that's what Nate the lawyer said. Because I guess people are saying about the ICE shooting, well, he didn't have to shoot her. He could have got out of the way, blah, blah, blah. And Nate is saying, yes, but you can't say that. You can only look at the facts that happened. And the facts that happened was that he was there and he had a gun. I agree with you guys. He shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have had the gun. I agree with that. But as far as the jury is concerned, they can't factor that in to their decision. Their decision has to be on the facts of the case only. And the fact is he was there and he had a gun. And I absolutely agree. He shouldn't have been there and he shouldn't have had a gun. But you can't factor that in.
That's what I run.
Time for our break anyway. You can just relax for a minute, sir. We're going to take a break about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case during the break. Read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial.
Oh no, her baby's crying. He's just too young. He should have never, ever even been in this situation. I know, but I'm not on the jury.
Kyle, you were testifying about coming into contact with Mr. Rosenbaum,
Yes.
and
Oh, wait.
I apologize.
Oh, forgive me. We got it right? Start.
You were testifying about coming into contact with Mr. Rosenbaum,
Yes.
and you saw Mr. Rosenbaum. What happened?
Once I got to that car and I stepped forward to put that fire in the Duramax out, and Mr. Zeminski stepped towards me, I went to go run back south down Sheridan, and Mr. Rosenbaum was right there at the corner of the Duramax, starting to chase me. And that's when I realized the only place I can run with the people around me is straight towards the building of the car source lot number 3.
When you saw Mr. Rosenbaum, that's when you said friendly.
When I heard burn inside, I don't know exactly where I was at in the time for that.
Did Mr. Rosenbaum say anything to you?
No, Mr. Zeminski instructed Mr. Rosenbaum to get him and kill him. That's what I heard.
And you go running what's been referred to the southwest corner of car source?
Yes.
And as you're running in that direction, describe being chased. What was happening?
As I'm running in that southwest direction, Mr. Rosenbaum throws, at the time, I know it's a bag now, but when he threw it at me, with the light, it looked silver and it looked like the chain when he threw it at me. And then I continue, I turn around
I know, that's what I just said.
for about a second while continuing to run, and I point my gun at Mr. Rosenbaum.
Does that stop him from chasing you?
It does not.
Okay. After you turn around and you had your hands up kind of in a low ready position?
Yes.
And you see Mr. Rosenbaum coming at you?
Yes.
And what do you do then?
After he throws the bag and he continues to run, he's gaining speed on me. A gunshot is fired from behind me, directly behind me. And I take a few steps, and that's when I turn around. And as I'm turning around, Mr. Rosenbaum is, I would say, from me to where the judge is, coming at me with his arms out in front of him. I remember his hand on the barrel of my gun.
And why didn't you just keep running?
When I was over there, there were about 100 people surrounding those cars, and there was no space for me to continue to run to.
Okay. And so you turned around?
Yes.
And as you see him lunging at you, what do you do?
I shoot him.
And how many times did you shoot?
I believe 4.
And after you shot him, what did you do?
The people around the cars that were originally there were not there anymore. They moved away, and I ran around to see if I could help Mr. Rosenbaum.
And when you got to Mr. Rosenbaum, what was happening?
Mr. McGinnis he took off his helmet and slammed it on the ground and took off his shirt, and I don't remember what he said. I wasn't focused on that. I was in shock, sort of.
Let me back up a second. Did you know Mr. McGinnis was even around?
I didn't.
Okay. And he says something to you, and what do you do?
I pull out my phone and I call Dominic Black.
And you call Dominic, and what do you say?
I told him I just shot somebody. I had to shoot him.
And what do you do then?
I now know it to be Kelly Zeminski, Joshua Zeminski, and I don't know the other people who were screaming, "Get his ass, get his ass, get him, get him, get him."
And based upon that, did you feel as though you were safe to stay where you were at?
I thought the safest option would be to go north down Sheridan to turn myself into the law enforcement down there.
And as you head down Sheridan Road, describe what's going on.
As I'm running, at first I'm in the sidewalk, and Mr. Lukowski, Jason Lukowski, is in the sidewalk, and I stop to talk to Mr. Lukowski for a brief second. I remember telling him that I just shot somebody and I need help to get to the police because the crowd, there was a mob was chasing me.
And did Mr. Lukowski offer you any help?
I don't remember.
Okay, what do you do then?
I continued to run after hearing people were saying, cranium him, get him, kill him. People were screaming, and I just was trying to get to the police running down Sheridan Road.
And you say, I'm trying to get to the police. Why were you trying to get to the police?
So I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
Did you feel as though there was safety where the police were?
Yes.
And as you head down Sheridan Road, what's the next thing you remember?
The next thing I remember is Anthony Huber striking me in the head with a skateboard.
Okay. As you sit here today, do you remember talking to Gage Grosskreutz?
Yeah, sorta, a little bit. I didn't know it was Gage Grosskreutz when he came up to me, but sorta.
Okay. And when this individual runs up to you and gets how close?
I would say within a foot.
Did you shoot him?
I did not.
Did you point your gun at him?
I did not.
Why not?
I didn't see him as a threat to my safety or life.
Okay. Was he armed at that time?
Not that I noticed.
Okay. And you continue running in a northerly direction down Sheridan Road?
Correct.
And as you're running in that direction, you said the next thing you remember is Anthony Huber.
Yes.
Describe that.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe that's why EDB says things 3 times. You ever notice that? She says things 3 times. Maybe that's a lawyer thing.
Anthony Huber, what I remember is running past Anthony Huber, and as I'm running past Mr. Huber, he's holding his skateboard like a baseball bat, and he swings it down, and I block it with my arm, trying to prevent it from hitting me, but it still hits me in the neck. And as I block it, it goes flying somewhere off in the distance.
And do you stop there?
No.
What do you do next?
I keep running down Sheridan Road towards the police line.
Then what happens?
I get lightheaded. I almost pass out, and I stumble and hit the ground.
Okay. Before you hit the ground, how many times were you struck?
I believe twice.
Okay. Do you remember anything about the other one?
I remember the first one being a rock. I don't remember who did it, but I remember like the bumpiness of like a concrete rock hitting me in the back of the head.
Okay. Now, after being struck with Mr. Huber's skateboard, you end up on the ground.
Yes.
You're on the ground. What's the first thing you remember?
As I'm on the ground, there are people around me. I don't recall how many, but I remember moving my rifle in their direction, and they back off besides one person.
Okay. When you noticed people by you, you said you moved your rifle in their direction?
Yes.
Did that individual keep coming?
The last person did.
Okay. The people that stopped, what did you do to them?
Nothing.
Okay. And you're saying the last person in that group continued to come at you?
Yes.
And describe what happened.
The last person, I don't know his name. I don't think he was ever identified. Jumps at me he was wearing boots, I believe, and as he's running at me and jumping, as his boot is making contact with my face, I fired 2 shots at him.
Why did you shoot at him?
I thought if I were to be knocked out, or he would have stomped my face in if I didn't fire.
As a result of being kicked in the face, what happens?
Mr. Huber, immediately after I'm kicked in the face, runs up as I'm sitting up to try to get up and get to the police. I'm on my back, and Mr. Huber runs up. As I'm getting up, he strikes me in the neck with his skateboard a second time.
Then what happened?
He grabs my gun, and I can feel it pulling away from me, and I can feel the strap starting to come off my body.
And what do you do then?
I fire 1 shot.
And after you fire, striking, we now know Mr. Huber, what do you do?
I lower my weapon, and I see Mr. Grosskreutz with his hands up, and as I'm lowering my weapon, I look down, and then Mr. Grosskreutz, he lunges at me with his pistol pointed directly at my head.
Now, you heard Mr. Grosskreitz's testimony about re-racking?
Yes.
Did you re-rack your weapon?
I did not.
Could I have the exhibit, please? Make sure to see if you would. Showing you what's been previously marked, Exhibit 28. Do you recognize this?
I do.
Now, when somebody would, as Mr. Grosskreutz said, re-rack, is that this?
Yes.
Do you call it re-racking?
I call it charging, putting a live round into the chamber.
And to recharge, you have to pull this all the way back?
Yes.
Say that's about 4 inches? No, I'm asking you if you agree with that approximation. Mr. Rittenhouse, how far do you think that is?
3-4 inches.
And if the weapon is loaded and you re-rack, what happens?
If there's already a round in the chamber, when you re-rack the rifle, a live round would come out, chambering a new round into the chamber.
Now, we got to the point where Mr. Grosskreutz is standing in front of you, has his hands up.
Correct.
And are you aware that he's armed?
At that point, I do see a pistol in his hand.
Is that the same or different from your first encounter with Mr. Grosskreutz?
That is different.
And he is standing, you said. How close to you?
What I remember is our feet were touching, what it seemed like.
Okay. And you do what?
My rifle is down. His hands are up. His pistol is in his hand. And then Mr. Grosskreutz looks at me. And that's when Mr. Grosskreutz brings his arm down like this. Like his arm is like that with me on the ground, and his pistol is pointed at me, and that's when I shoot him.
How many times did you shoot him?
Once.
And after you shoot Mr. Grosskreutz, do you know where you shot him?
No.
What happens after you shoot him?
He's no longer a threat to me. There's only one person in front of me, and his hands are up. I briefly point my rifle at him, and I get onto one knee, getting up, and he backs He backs up with his hands up, and I don't shoot him.
Did you notice anybody to your sides?
To my left, there was a gentleman with a pipe. And to my right, I believe it was a fence post. I don't know what it was, but it was a large object.
Once you're to your feet, what do you do?
I start walking towards the police line to turn myself into the police.
Describe, where is the police line? Is it still in the same place?
It moved up a little bit. I was down in the road about approximately right here. I'd say over here somewhere in this area. I don't remember exactly, but the police line was right here. I could see the flashing lights as I was trying to get to the police before.
Okay. And as you go towards the police line, describe what happens.
I run and walk. I put my hands up, and as I'm walking towards the police, I can't really hear anything. My vision is very narrow. I can only see directly in front of me. I see the flashing lights. I remember I occasionally tried to move my rifle behind me to put it behind me so the police didn't see me as a threat when I tried to turn myself in. I continue to walk, and then I walk towards the window of the sedan, the police cruiser sedan. I don't know what they're called. And I tell the officer, I just shot somebody. And the officer says, get the fuck back or you're going to get pepper sprayed. Go home, go home, go home.
And where do you go after you step back from the police car?
I go to car source number 2.
Okay. And now there wasn't a line there. They weren't stopping people from going in a northerly direction?
No, they weren't.
And you go to car source, what we refer to as car source number 2, and who do you see?
I get there and I think the first person I see is Joanne Fiedler. I don't remember exactly, but I believe that's who's outside at the door. They let me in. The door was locked, so somebody had to get the key to unlock it. And then we go inside, and I'm in shock. I don't really remember what was happening in there. I was freaking out. I was just attacked. My head was spinning.
And did you go and turn yourself into the Kenosha Police Department?
I did not.
Why not?
The Kenosha Police Department was barricaded off with a fence, and I don't think they were accepting anybody to come to the police department at that time.
What did you do then?
I went to the nearest police department that I knew of, which was Antioch Police Department in Illinois by my house.
Who took you there?
My mother.
Okay. How did you get to Antioch from downtown Kenosha?
Dominic Black drove me.
Okay. And then Dominic Black drives you where?
He drives me to my house in Antioch, Illinois, where I meet with my mother and sisters, and I tell them what happened. I sort of tell them what happened. I was still in shock. My head was still spinning, and then we go to the Antioch Police Department where I turn myself in.
Who drove you to the Antioch Police Department?
My mother.
And did anybody else go there with you?
Not at first.
Okay. And you get to the Antioch Police Department approximately what time?
I would say about an hour after the shooting.
Okay. And when you get there, are they looking for you?
No.
Did you have to explain to somebody?
I had to tell them that I was just involved in a shooting in Kenosha and I needed Kenosha detectives.
Okay. Did they take you into custody immediately?
No.
What did they do?
They had me sit in the lobby of the police department.
Were you handcuffed to a chair?
I was not.
Did you stay there?
For about, I couldn't give you the exact time, but until Detective Howard and Detective Antaranium showed up.
Okay. And were you having any physical discomfort as you waited there?
I was vomiting and having panic attacks, and my head was spinning, and I couldn't think clearly at that point.
I have nothing further.
Officer Tim?
let's stop there because it's about to get hot. Because he pisses off Judge Schroeder. And we'll do his cross-examination tomorrow. And now we'll go to the live trial, which is Virginia v. Brendan Banfield. I don't know much about this trial. He is a former FBI agent, and he was having an affair with the babysitter, the au pair, whatever. Wife's dead. There's somebody else involved that they found off of a fetish website, and I don't know exactly how he fits in, but I think he is gone now as well. I don't know any more than that. We're going to learn about this together. So I will see you over there in a few minutes. It should redirect, but probably won't for Marty at least, so we'll see. IRS investigator? I thought it was FBI. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, I will see you over there in a few minutes.